Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Breaking news this evening. Just after 2 this afternoon, the White Earth Police Department, along with the Becker County Sheriff's Office, were called to the congregate housing after they got a report that a woman was possibly armed and threatening to shoot people. The Sheriff's Office says all tenants were evacuated from the building. The woman eventually surrendered peacefully. The incident is still under investigation. There are concerns tonight about whether or not people can get tested for the coronavirus here in the Valley. In our effort to report facts, not fear, Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie spoke with health officials and has the latest on why some are being turned away.
Many people have been reaching out to us saying they've had symptoms of COVID-19 but haven't been able to get a test done for it. I went straight to the experts to get to the bottom of it.
We have enough resources, but we don't have unlimited resources.
Dr. Avish Nagpal is a disease infectious specialist at Sanford. He's one of the many working to bring testing to people in the metro.
Even though we would like to test like each and every person for coronavirus, but we cannot do that right now.
To get tested, you'll have to go through a screening process over the phone with a nurse.
If you have fever, respiratory symptoms, and you have had a travel history, we will screen, you will be screened, and if you answer yes to all of those questions, we will obviously test you.
Dr. Nagpal says the criteria for screening continues to change as 4 more cases made their way to the state Tuesday. Sanford is doing drive-up testing at their South University location. They say the tests are only for patients referred by doctors. It takes seconds, but results will take 3 to 5 days.
This is a new virus. The tests are being developed on the go, and it's not a simple test.
Sanford is working to start in-housing testing, allowing for more people to be tested, giving immediate results. In Fargo, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
Experts say if you feel sick and aren't able to get a test, the best thing to do is stay home. If you are concerned, you can call this phone number, 701-234-5000, to be screened and then referred for coronavirus testing. Police in West Fargo are asking for the community's help in finding 37-year-old Travis Zeck. Officials say Zeck has not had contact with his family since 9 a.m. yesterday. Zeck was last seen driving a black 2015 Chevy Tahoe with North Dakota license plate 197CZN. If anyone has seen this vehicle, please contact your local law enforcement. A Fargo man says he was carjacked at knife point in front of his home as his wife was looking on. John Laffner says he was walking from his driveway to his house in the 700 block of 6th Avenue North when the incident happened yesterday around 4. Laffner called 911 and police later arrested 30-year-old John Poitra for the theft. After allegedly robbing Laffner of his vehicle, police say Poitra crashed into several cars before leading officers on a chase. Poitra was eventually stopped along Interstate 94 in Clay County.
It's definitely scary. It's not something I would think that would happen to me in broad daylight on my own house. So I would definitely say I was a little scared for my life at the point, but I didn't really have time to think about it. I just gave him what he wanted and let him go.
Laffner says he's now considering buying a gun to protect his family. As for Poitra, he remains in jail on several charges that he's facing both in Cass and Clay counties. That major spring storm that Hutch has been telling us about, well, it's about to move into the region. Looks to impact some of us tonight and into tomorrow. Let's get the latest from Hutch in the First Alert Storm Team Center. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. As we head into the evening hours, we still have clouds here on a soupy day. Big changes are taking place and they're starting out to the west. Now, we still have some slippery road conditions and a few flurries showing up on the radar up in the far northern international border counties. Other than that, look at the Lake Sakakawea area out in western and central North Dakota. So hit and miss flurries of snow up to the north and some mist and drizzle in the central Red River Valley still possible as snow develops in earnest out to the west. This is a look at some DOT cameras from around the region. Look at even Jamestown, some icy conditions shown there, the Garrison Dam area of Highway 200, and well, the Cullum area, Highway 13, down to the south in some icy conditions as well. This evening and overnight, the snow develops. By 10 o'clock tonight, the Devils Lake Basin to Grand Forks will have a chance of that snow beginning to fall. Here's your planner. Fargo, temperatures will be fairly steady for the next couple of hours, but then eventually begin falling as we head into the overnight hours into the 20s. So all in all, not bad until we get to the overnight hours here. Snow developing by 10 to 11 o'clock in Grand Forks and Devil's Lake. Much more in your hour-by-hour forecast here in a moment.
All right, thanks, Hutch. 2 new cases of coronavirus have been reported in North Dakota, now putting the state at 7 cases. The state health department confirmed both new cases are in Morton County, and it's the first known evidence of community spread.
Our strategy that we have in North Dakota that we're trying to deploy is to save lives. That's what the objective we're trying to do. And we're trying to save lives by stopping the spread of a highly contagious virus, which has a higher mortality rate than the flu for people with underlying health conditions and people that are elderly.
More than ever before, state officials are urging social distancing and encouraging people to stay home if they are sick. Minnesota state health officials announced today that the number of positive cases of COVID-19 has climbed from 60 to 77. The cases continue to cluster near the Twin Cities metro. Out of these 77 confirmed cases, at least 3 patients are currently being hospitalized and 1 is in critical condition. As of today, over 2,700 Minnesotans have been tested for the illness. The Fargo Marathon has postponed their events this year due to concerns with COVID-19. Race organizers announced Tuesday the event originally scheduled for May has been pushed back to August 24th. According to a post on social media, racers who have already registered for the event have 2 options: to race in August or take part in the race virtually. Organizers say the second option means people will still receive their shirt, bib, and medal by mail if racers fill out a form. Valley News Live has been contacted by several racers who are looking for a refund. According to the post on Facebook, the organizers say, because we have already put a year's worth of time and resources into setting up the event, we cannot offer refunds. President Donald Trump announced today that the northern border with Canada will be closed to non-essential traffic as the country hunkers down amid the coronavirus outbreak. The president tweeted that the nations agreed to close the nearly 4,000-mile border as the world responds to the pandemic. According to researchers at Johns Hopkins University, Canada has nearly 600 confirmed cases of the virus, while the U.S. has more than 6,500. The latest on the nation's fight against the coronavirus outbreak. Today, the White House task force says testing numbers are way up and issued new warnings for young people.
They don't realize that they're feeling invincible. I don't know if you felt invincible when you were very young, but they were feeling totally invincible or are feeling that way, but they don't realize that they can be carrying lots of bad things home to grandmother and grandfather and even their parents.
President Trump also announced that the Department of Housing and Urban Development is providing immediate relief to renters and homeowners by suspending all foreclosures and evictions until the end of April. A big shout out to healthcare providers who are hard at work and have been since the start of the coronavirus. Hospital and family care clinics are open, but we cannot forget about our local eye doctors. They are still taking patients. At some places, everyone who has a routine 6-month to 1-year follow-up is going to have to come back later. The clinics are only taking urgent cases for everyone's safety.
What keeps us going is that we are here to help people, and we want to do the best that we can to see the patients that really need to be seeing us right now.
The doctor tells us they have someone on call 24/7 for urgent cases. To learn more, you can visit our Valley News Live app. And later on Valley News Live at 6, how one Minnesota musician is getting by without being able to perform.
Snow showers out to the west are heading our way, and by bedtime, we'll begin to see an accumulating band of snow set up here in the valley. I'll have a where, when, and how much coming up right after this.